So it's time. I'm finally going to share my story. A lot of you know about my situation and my jaw and the program I was in and everything that happened, the abuse, my illness. Everybody's been mentioning that I should probably write a book for quite some time, and I did. So I am going to be sharing a couple different segments. This is part one of my experience in the program. You guys need to help me by sharing, subscribing, and getting this to go viral, because unfortunately these schools have opened back up. Different names, but same techniques, same staff. There's still children being abused out there. So if my story can help at least one child or one parent make the right choice, then at least I could feel like I did something right. So let's get part one started. All right. So this is how it all began. I was hanging out over my neighbor's house with some friends the day before Christmas Eve 2000, and my mom asked me to come home for a few minutes. Something felt strange, but I told my friends I'd be right back. When I got home, I jokingly asked my mother if she was sending me to rehab, to which I got no response. Ironic, right? When I got home, she went upstairs as I sat in the living room. And as I was waiting downstairs for God knows what, 3 people entered my house, a woman and 2 large men. They proceeded to tell me I was going to a new school in Jamaica and I had to go now. I thought it was a joke. No way my mom would ever send me away. She let me do whatever I wanted. It couldn't be true. I asked to speak to her, but they said I couldn't. She already knew what was happening. I refused to leave it, but quickly they told me I could either go with them calmly or they would end up carrying me out. They ended up shoving me barefoot in the back of a car with no door handles or locks and took off before I even had a chance to ever say goodbye to my mother. I arrived at a house in Miami where I was with 2 other girls that had just been kidnapped as well. They chained us together throughout the night, and they chained us to a chair so we could not escape. Tomorrow, or then it was for tomorrow, in the morning, they were putting us on a plane to Jamaica. No one knew what was going on or what to expect. These kidnappers tried to make it seem like we were going to a fun place, like it was a vacation, it was a resort. I sometimes still to this day wonder, what if I grabbed a knife for the kitchen? What if I screamed in the airport for somebody? What if I had just yelled for help? But these people were so good and manipulative at what they were doing that they actually had us convinced that we were going to some like nice little vacation resort and would be home in a week. So they got us quiet, relaxed, just to surprise us with torture. Yes, it's a little fun place that we'd be for a month or 2, but little did we know how badly of a lie that was. When we arrived in Jamaica the next day, the chance of speaking to our parents still never happened. We took a 3-hour ride to destination unknown, and the kidnappers continued to make this place seem like a vacation resort. We all relaxed a bit. But by the time it hit nighttime, we were pulling up to a place in the middle of nowhere with high cement walls and security at the only entrance and exit of the place. We entered a room where these kidnappers left us, and the Jamaican staff took over. They proceeded to do a full body search, making me remove every piercing I had at the time and making sure I wasn't hiding anything anywhere, and I mean anywhere. They then showed me into a worm-infested cold shower and handed me a uniform that I was required to wear. I was escorted upstairs on the roof where they had classrooms full of girls in uniform, silent, all with blank expressions. I broke down crying, only to quickly learn the staff did not like to hear you cry. I cried a lot, and they hated it. They really hated it. There were other people that were there with me, and they got to see how badly I got beaten every time that I cried. I was told my parents didn't love me, they didn't want me, and if I cried, they hurt me. Not just mentally, but physically they hurt me. This program was based off of points and levels. The more consequences you received, the more points you lost, and the greater the punishment would be. I was not allowed to speak to anyone. I was not allowed to cross my legs or my ankles. I was not allowed to have toilet paper, not allowed to crack my knuckles. I wasn't allowed to look out a window. I wasn't allowed to cross my ankles if I didn't say that one. My water bottle could not be too filled or too little filled. There'd be a consequence for that. And the biggest consequence of all that I got is my eyebrow for facial expressions month. Yes, I would have to write a 1,500-word essay on why my eyebrow goes up when I talk. That's just the insanity of the levels of what they expected from us. It was just insane. We had those ridiculous rules. They went on, but the consequences were no joke. Even if you did the simplest thing wrong, like take 6 minutes in the worm-infested shower outside instead of the 5 minutes allotted, then you would get sent to a place called study hall. And in study hall, you had 3 hours to write a 1,500-word essay on what you did wrong. For me, 1,500-word essay when my eyebrow goes up. 1,500-word essay why I helped a girl get a bug off her shoulder. Anything I got in trouble for, really. It wasn't easy to write 1,500 words on why you were 30 seconds late in a shower. And if you did not finish this in 3 hours, however, they send you to a place called OP. It was observation placement. I soon learned how bad OP was. The horrible, pain-filled screams I heard in the middle of the night. Little did I know they were about to be my screams. This is just part 1, so it's not that long today. I just wanted to get a start on it. There's a lot more to come. My whole jaw story and everything is to come. But please, if you can share, subscribe, so when my next segment comes out, you guys will see it. I really hope I can get this to go viral so we can give these kids a chance that I never had. So thank you guys for all the support and everything. I'll be back on soon. Message me, comment, do whatever. I am here if anybody needs help with this situation too, because what can we do if we can't help others, right? Bye.